So yeah, it's a clickbaity one. Obviously my collection is as big as it is. I don't know if it's too big, too whatever. But obviously it leads to the kind of... There are some great fragrances we have. Many. And obviously we can't wear them all at once. So there's just some that get left behind that we probably should wear more for some reason or other. We don't. And it's a shame, isn't it? I suppose, you know, in all walks of life, you kind of love what you love. When you go shopping, you buy loads of nice food. Sometimes it could end up at the back of the cupboard, can't you? Because you bought more nice. Doesn't mean it's not good or anything like that. That's just kind of, I imagine, we all have that same story. I imagine if you own more than 10, 20 fragrances, there'll be some that just don't get the love anymore. So it's just about that, really, isn't it? Not an exciting video, but a video nonetheless. So first on the list is from Kilian, and it's a big one, and it's one I do enjoy wearing. I just never seem to wear it. That's Love Don't Be Shy. Now I've got a travel set without the, you know, the funky hefty atomizer thing and stuff, and it is lovely. Love Don't Be Shy, as we know, is orange blossom, marshmallow, vanilla, little bit of kind of stuff like that. It's fairly floral, but it's that marshmallowiness that we all know and love from it, isn't it? And there's so many offshoots of it now, and poor renditions of it, and some good renditions of it. But it's just, you know, a fluffy orange blossom. And what's the reason I don't wear it much now? It's not one of them that I'm not wearing because it's everywhere. Still, you know, I don't really smell things like that often. I suppose maybe that era's faded a bit. It's just because it's fairly big, and so you have to be in the mood for it. And weirdly, I've got the extreme. I probably wear that a bit more. It's not one I wear a lot. Again, I'm not going to lie. It's perfectly lovely, pleasant, great fragrance, isn't it? I just don't wear it. I mean, that's it. I mean, I don't need to go, you know, that's what the video's about, isn't it? I just don't wear it enough. I do enjoy it when I wear it, so I'll have to pull that one out. That's Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy. Next is an Amouage I don't wear too much, and that's Journey. Again, Journey, lovely fragrance. It's honey, osmanthus, Charlie, mimosa, spices, resins. Very Amouage-y, but Charlie! Bloody dog. And it's easy to wear, you know, it's like a soft floral one. The honey isn't too much. It's not overly strong or in your face like some Amouages could be. It's beautiful, it's soft. It can be a bit dry if you wear it when it's warm, or a push being a bit much. But really, it's probably the easiest Amouage I own. And why don't I wear it much? Because I've got lots of fragrances that, especially from Amouage, that have more of an impact, more of a statement, are a lot more exciting. But I obviously like this one. I own it. So there's nothing wrong with it. It just, I don't know. This might be a story with some of them. It lacks a bit of oomph, and I've got better fragrances than it. And again, I'm not saying that's bad or whatever, but again, when we've got quite a few fragrances, you've got things that you will have better fragrances than, or ones that you resonate with more and wear more. But again, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. I think it works in all weathers, to be fair, because it's not overly in your face and it sits nicely. You know what I mean? Osmanthus, and then kind of peachy apricot-y feel through it. It is easy. Like I say, it's a drier one. It's not overly juicy or too sweet or anything like that. So yeah, just don't wear it, and I should do more. It's Amouage Journey. Next is from YSL, and that's a Nuit De L'Homme, which is it's an old classic, isn't it? I tend to find is wearing the what is it called? The Homme Parfum version that I've got more. L'Homme Parfum version. It's just it's a bit bigger, a bit richer, a bit sweeter. It's perfectly lovely, but the Nuit De L'Homme is more of a fresher one, and I suppose that's what I kind of think. It used to be considered a bit of a date night fragrance, didn't it? It's lovely cardamom, lavender, woods, a little smidge of the old vetiver in there. But it's kind of, it smells of its era, which is kind of a weird thing to say. It smells of the 2010s. But obviously that cardamom sweetness and loveliness, it's just very easy to wear. Again, it's one I'd probably wear on a warmer day and that nowadays. And it's easy. I mean, I've noticed obviously the more fragrances we try and the more we get into this, there's a little bit of a plasticky feel about it. Not massive, but I suppose the more fragrances I've got, the more you kind of notice that. Maybe that's put me off. Saying that, when I wear it, I absolutely love it. It's just, again, it's just having more fragrances that kind of suit that, you know. If I'm wearing it as a kind of fresher, sweet one, then I've got more. So there's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't see much love from me. Wouldn't get rid of it though. I mean, it's Nuit De L'Homme. So yeah, that's Nuit De L'Homme from YSL. Next is from Lush, and this is the perfect weather for this one. It's called Fresh As, and basically it smells of like freshly cut grass, green, like spring grass, like wet, verdant, freshly mowed grass mixed with all other sorts of bright green notes. I think there's some sort of citrus in there, giving it that kind of more sticky thing. There's possibly galbanum. There's a little bit of a kind of yellowy kind of greenness in there. It just smells of the outdoors, the fresh outdoors, proper spring, and it proper pops, and it's really easy to wear. Now I know I'm not the biggest green wearer, but this one with all the green notes and that kind of sweetness in there, maybe it's violet leaf as well or something, it's just very lovely, very fresh, and very green and very happy. But for some reason just don't really reach for it. Now it is Lush, so it does have that thing that all Lush fragrances have, a kind of waxy thickness. It's not overly a thick fragrance, but it can be, well, it wears big, let's just put it like that. And I suppose sometimes that's not always the easiest thing to just throw on, but it's perfectly pleasant. I enjoy it. It's my first ever Lush fragrance, so yeah, that's Fresh As from Lush. Next is one that I've had a long time now. I'm lucky if I wear it once, maybe twice a year at a push. And it's the scent Parfum, the proper older version in the black bottle. Now I love the scent. I think it's one of Boss's best things. It was a good kind of moving on slightly from the Boss bottled line, and they're primarily all around Maninka fruit, which is this kind of sweet, dry, dusty fruit. What would I compare it to as a fruit? Not plum, it's not as big and rich as plum, but it's got that kind of sweetness about it, and maybe a plum mixed with a dried apricot kind of thing about it. It's very nice, very pleasant. But this one's got more leather, and it's also got a whisper of iris through it, so it's kind of got that blue floral kind of silkiness with leather. And then obviously the Maninka fruit, obviously that stands out in them all. It's really nice, it's really easy to wear. It's fairly linear, I'd say. I think it might be an extrait. It's a Parfum, isn't it? So it's fairly linear. It's not a wildly exciting one, but it's classy, it's nice. But again, I don't feel the urge to reach for it. And when I do wear it, I enjoy it. It's not one I get rid of again. But yeah, let's face it, the iris phase of the last few years, there's so many of them. It's nothing like Dior because of the Maninka fruitiness, but if I'm going to go for an iris one, it probably would be Dior. Although this sits more with the Parfum of that because of the leather, but not really. It doesn't compare to that. It doesn't compare to Dior. I just suppose I've got better ones again that are fairly similar, and that's that. Nothing wrong with it, I just don't wear it much. So that's Boss the Scent Parfum. Next is another legend, and that's from Nishane, and that's 100 Silent Ways. I think we all know this one. It's tuberose, jasmine, vanilla, musks primarily. I think there's a bit of pear or peach or something in there. It has this kind of little bit of a leaning towards black opium. Not much, but it's more floral than that, and more pronounced and more what have you. Again, it's a little bit on the kind of linear side. It's very cozy, it's very cocooning, it's very silky, it's very lovely. It's obviously a beautifully well done fragrance. It is very enjoyable. It's just not one I massively reach for. I don't really know why. Again, it is nice. I suppose now it's getting warm, it's not really going to be so too appropriate, is it? The vanilla's kind of the biggest thing about it, but it's a very floral vanilla. And the tuberose is kind of soft and gentle and tender. It is lovely, and it is, again, it's one I do enjoy wearing. I just don't reach for it much. I suppose it is the vanilla. It doesn't put me off, but I've got a lot of, when I wear a floral fragrance, especially a tuberose fragrance, I really want to smell the tuberose. I really want to smell the florals. I suppose oddly I kind of sit on the fresher side of florals and that. And that's how I kind of want. I suppose I want it a bit greener, a bit bigger, a bit more voluptuous rather than a soft cozy one. But it's perfectly fine and perfectly lovely. I just don't wear it enough or much at all. So that's Nishane's 100 Silent Ways. Next is a really kind of left field one, which again you don't expect in my lists, but it always is, and that's Fragrance One's Office for Men. Yeah, the most overpriced fragrance in the history of the universe ever. But you know what? It's because the way I always describe it is as a Aventus meets Sauvage meets Bleu de Chanel all dumped together, and you definitely get that big Aventus vibe. You get the kind of Ambroxany kind of side of what's it called, Sauvage. Not as sharp or as brash as that, but it's big, it's easy, it's, you know, it's you could describe it as locker room-esque, you know, mixed with the kind of Aventus DNA. It's, you know, something you wear, youthful or whatever. But the thing about it is no disrespect to it, it's a fragrance that was obviously designed to be all these mega popular fragrances mushed together, and it works, and it smells good, and it's easy, and no one's going to dislike it. You know, you probably would get compliments if you were that some sort of compliment magnet person. I'm not, but it's perfectly pleasant, easy, nothing exciting about it, nothing out there. It does exactly what it was designed to do. It just smells good, smells current, you know, it smells popular. It's just an easy one, but again, I barely bloody wear it. You know me, I'm not one to go wearing my crowd pleasers and stuff, because I want to really enjoy it. But saying that, when I wear it, I'm not saying I don't enjoy it. It's not awful or anything. It's just, again, not one I gravitate towards. So that's Office for Men from Fragrance One. Next is one I do love. Now, I do only have a travel size of it, which might be kind of part of the reason possibly I don't reach for it too much, but it's a one spray one. It's absolutely massive, and that's Frederic Malle's Carnal Flower. As we all know, is it melon with the tuberose and this kind of beachy, tropical, fresh, kind of massive tuberose. It does take you somewhere sunny and warm, and it's one of the few tuberoses I have that has that kind of feel about it. And it's amazing. It smells incredible, and it brightens you up. It brightens up your day. And again, mate, why don't I wear it so much? The travel size, of course, but also it's massive. It is absolutely huge, and you can't escape it once you've kind of put it on. And maybe that's a bit of it, because again, as we know, I'm not someone who goes for the big massive fragrances. Not that there's anything up with them, and we don't really have the weather for it here as well. Maybe on a bright sunny day, not a hot day, but a bright sunny day, yeah, probably go for it a couple of times over the summer. I suppose a couple of times is It's quite well worn, isn't it? Again, when we have too many to choose from. So yeah, now up with it. I just don't wear it all that much because it can wear me, I suppose. So that's Frederic Malle's Carnal Flower. Next is from Jusbox. It's called Visionary Eye. This is obviously based around David Bowie, or Bowie, however you want to pronounce it. And this one, I love it. I really do. It's kind of got a little bit of a leaning towards Reflection Man, in the sense that it's this kind of bright aromatic jasmine. There's obviously a lot of jasmine in there. And I think this one is it's the opposite to what I think it's clary sage rather than lavender. And that just goes through it, gives it a bit of a kind of sweet aromatic thing. But it's mainly about obviously the jasmine and stuff. But also in there is a more, starts off as quite a chalky orris that kind of sweetens up a bit and just adds that smooth thing to it. But it's your kind of typical white shirt kind of fragrance. It's very classy, it's very elegant, it's very nice. It's one that absolutely nobody could dislike, I don't think. It smells very clean. It just smells very appealing, the right amount of sweetness in it. I wouldn't say it pushes towards La Malle. It's more the kind of Reflection Man, white, pure kind of shirt class about it. It's very nice, very easy. Sometimes, I mean, the orris can chew on me a bit. I can struggle with the dry, chalky potato orris, but once that's kind of gone, it's perfectly lovely. So that's Visionary Eye from Jusbox. Then from which is Simon Constantine, the Lush guy, again, is one called Frånk. Now Frånk is primarily based around frankincense and lime. What people smell with citrus is sometimes quite subjective, isn't it? But to me it's like lime. It starts off like a lime fruit gum. It's so juicy and mouth-watering, and that lime lip puckering is so refreshing, and so it's got a nice amount of sweetness to it. It's really addictive and whatnot. And yes, it does smell a bit like a sweet at first, but it works. And then you've got the frankincense, and I think there's benzoin or vanilla something, giving it this kind of smoothness there. And it has a little bit of that lush kind of waxy feel about it. But the frankincense again is it's got quite a smooth resinous feel about it. Obviously some of the brightness that goes with that lime and the tartness will be from the frankincense. And it works really nicely together. It's a really bright, happy, easygoing, fruity, citrusy, green fruity, citrusy kind of smelling one. And it's gorgeous. It really is. Again, why the heck don't I wear it so much? Again, I do have a travel size, but again, you don't need much of it. And I have plenty of travel sizes that I do wear more regularly. Why don't I wear it more? I honestly don't know. I suppose as much as I love lime, it's not difficult to wear, is it? But I don't wear citrus, and that's probably the main reason. I'll probably go for it when it's hot and warm again. And say, lovely fragrance. So from is Frånk. And finally, it's a favourite that I don't wear a lot, and it's from Tom Ford, and no, it's not that one. It's Bitter Peach, which I do love. But again, it's once or twice a year. Maybe I will go for this one more this year, because I love peach when it's done right in fragrance. There's nothing hairspray about this one. It's kind of a big one. Again, is it myrrh in the bottom? So it's got a kind of warm, or a popanax. There's something warm and rich and kind of lovely about the base. That's smooth and sweetened up. But what it's all about, obviously, is the peach and the Divana. It's got the kind of boozy feel to it. And it's just really warm. It's really gorgeous smelling. It's really juicy. It doesn't go too sweet. I think maybe the Divana or something else in there pushes a nice kind of greenness in there. And there is a bit of an edge, so it's not like a kind of candied completely one. The booziness gives it the depth and the loveliness. It's just very nice. But again, I just don't seem to wear it more. It might be because, again, we're talking about when you've got similar fragrances. I've got La Prima from Milano Fragranze, which is Divana and peach and kind of osmanthus and a kind of booziness about it. Maybe I go for that one more because it's more interesting. I'm not saying anything bad about the Tom Ford one, but it's got a bit more about it. So perhaps that's why I go for it. They're not the same fragrance. Many differences, but when I'm wanting something more peachy, I suppose I've always just gone for La Prima. So yeah, maybe I need to have a year where I wear Tom Ford's Bitter Peach more, and that's it. So yeah, it's not the most wildly exciting video. It's just a video of fragrances I don't talk about too much and definitely don't wear enough of. Again, it's difficult, isn't it? When you've got a lot of things, you tend to just go. It's weird, the more you have of stuff, the more of the same thing you go for. You don't tend to venture out, does it? And that's a shame, especially when they are all such good ones, and you know, we've spent the money on them, we do love them. It's just there's always something else, isn't there? There's always some other thing we'd rather wear. And sometimes when you're not thinking of a fragrance, or you haven't thought about it for a while, you kind of don't notice it, do you? So you're going for the ones that are in your mind the most. But no wrong with them, and it's always a pleasure to wear them, especially the things you haven't worn for ages, because it brings all them kind of memories back about them, don't you? Like, oh yeah, this is why I love this one, or this one's really good and I did enjoy it. And you probably start to wear them a bit more, so it's a good kind of video to do, and some different fragrances being talked about for a change. So what about you? Have you got many that you don't wear much? Have you recently rediscovered ones that you haven't been wearing recently and fallen back in love with them? Alright folks, thanks for watching. Bye.